channel. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me. I believe that I have something good always to tell you that can transform your life, make you better, make you a better person, and also a better person to live with. So for today, our topic is on goals. You heard me right. Yeah, we're going to speak about goals. And I will start with a question. How much do you want to be worth when you're 65 years old? Huh? I repeat it. Okay, here I repeat the question. How much do you want to be worth when you're 65 years old? Tough question. Yeah, I guess right. You've not even thought about it. Maybe the maximum you think is 10 years or 5 years, and it's just as a by the way. But for you to have a good life, for you not to be a burden to your children when you get over 65, 70 years old, that's why I want to talk to you today. So as you start planning your life, will you join me? Yeah, let's do this. So when it comes to goals, a goal is deciding exactly what you want and by when you do want that. You've got me right? Yeah, for those who like to have a pen and paper, it's the high time you get the pen and paper or book. I recommend a book more than a paper because you'll lose the paper, but a book you can keep and refer to it even 10 years from now. Yep, I trust you have your book and pen. So a goal is deciding what you want and when you want to have it. So you can have two types of goals. Long-term goals, and that can be 2, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7, 10, or even to what I'm saying up to, like when you're 65 years, 80, 90, if God keeps us alive, God willing. So those are long-term goals. We also have what we call short-term goals. Short-term goals are the ones you decide to do today, tomorrow, in a week's time, in a month's time, or in 1 year's time. So we are going to discuss those goals in that segment. Short-term goals and long-term goals. So if you've never thought about goals, it's the high time you're going to start thinking about them today. And you're going to start implementing about them today, not tomorrow. So you're going to write your first goal immediately after this session, and you'll keep building on that list until you have a built-up list, and you will enjoy this journey. Okay, so what do you write in goals? Yeah, you're telling me, Gladys, here I am, I have a paper and pen. But I don't know what to write. Yeah, that's where I come in handy. So, you're going to write, what would you like to be? That's the first point. What would you like to be? Then you're going to write, what would you like to do? Then you're going to write, what would you like to have? And then you're going to write, what would you like to see? Are you clear now? I trust we are. So on the part of to be, let's say for example you've been lying so much. Maybe in those areas. It could be in business, it could be in relationships. You're not an honest person. So one of the B's can be, I want to be more honest. Another B can be, I want to be more punctual. I want to be more forgiving. I want to be more loving. I want to be more patient. And because I said I'll be giving examples with my own life, I used to get angry very often. Like a small thing would trigger me and I would get so angry. Until I wrote being patient as a goal. So I said I want to be more patient and to smile more. And there is no way you can smile more and you are angry, So because of that goal, I had to devise a way of how am I going to go around this goal, because now I've first written it down. I want to be more patient and less angry. So what did I do? I came up with this 5-minute rule. So if somebody annoys me, because in this life people will still annoy you, they get on your nerves. So when I'm annoyed, I apply the 5-minute rule. And I say, in those 5 minutes, I'll get as angry as I want to be, and I will vent to whoever will be willing to listen. If there's nobody to vent to, I'll vent inside myself. But after those 5 minutes, my smile is back, and that is forgotten. And through that, I've achieved that goal, so I'm more patient. I hope you learn something if you're used to getting angry. Okay, the other thing to be, you can decide, I'll be healthy and fit. Maybe you've neglected your health for so long, and you've decided now you want to be healthy and to be fit. And I will encourage you to go to my other episode on exercising, so as you can see simple and easy exercises that can jumpstart you on this journey. So, on being healthy and fit, one of them is exercising. Another thing is, you've always had an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But you're telling me, how, Gladys, do you know how much apples cost? They can't eat an apple a day. So I've come up with a better plan, which is cheaper. And it's a lemon a day keeps the doctor away and keeps the fat away. Yeah, so at least you have an added advantage. So what you do, the first thing, lemons are very cheap. You can get it at 5 shillings, maximum 10 shillings. What you do when you wake up in the morning, before you do anything else, get a hot cup of water. I don't know if I phrased it right. Get a cup of hot water, then squeeze some lemon juice to that water. I don't want you to eat those peels, they are very bitter. Just squeeze the juice and drink it. You know, if you can be able to do that in the morning and in the evening before you sleep, oh my, you've just started the health and fitness journey, and at the same time you'll keep the doctor away, the hospitals away, and you'll be very happy. And it's a very good drink before you do exercise, so as when you sweat, it's like you sweat the toxins out. Okay, that's on to be. I've spent so much time on one thing. So the other goal is to do. So examples of to do is, I would like to swim. Like, that was one of my goals. I'd been swimming, but with the children there at the shallow end. And so I decided that one day I'm going to swim in the deep end. You know, when you write that goal down, and I wrote it, and I put a deadline that by, I think it was in 2018, I said by December 2018, I want to be swimming in the deep end. And so that motivated me to research who can teach me to swim. And then I found a very cheap and affordable place at YMCA. We were only paying 4,500 for 12 lessons with very good instructors. And you know it, now I can swim in the deep end. That is to do. So another to do can be maybe to play piano, to play a guitar, to do hiking, to... There's so many to-dos that you can do. Even waking up early. You know, some people are used to sleeping and oversleeping. You find somebody waking up at 10 a.m., 11, saying, but I don't have something to do. Surely, no. There are so many things you can do. So that can also be a goal in itself, to wake up early. And then when you wake up early, try to have things that you can do. I'll do another session on that. So as when you wake up early, you know what to do. You don't just wake up to scroll and surf people's lives on the internet. What are the Joneses up to? No. You'll be having a goal on what you're going to do when you wake up. And then you can also have another to-do of helping. You can decide, like, from today, I'll be helping more in the house. Maybe if you're a spouse, you want to help your other spouse in the house. Or you want to help other people. Maybe you decide that from next month I'll be helping these children's home. So those are to do. There are so many to do's. Think about yourself, what you want to do. Mine right now is to play the piano, and because it's a goal I wrote 3 years ago, I've been saving for 3 years, and I've finally bought myself a keyboard and I've started practicing on it. So you can have so many to do's and keep on adding. If you find something that you like, just put it on. Don't care about the money or how you'll do it. The important thing is first to note it down. The other one is to have, and we said to have can now be include. A lot of people have now this, maybe to have drive a car, live in a good home. But this is a thing about the to have goals. Is your goal something you can explain to a 7-year-old child, and that 7-year-old child will understand that goal and explain it to another 7-year-old? Let me repeat. That goal you say you have, let's say for example you say that, oh, I have such a goal, I want to own a big house. Okay. If I tell the 7-year-old I want to have a big house, and then the 7-year-old is supposed to tell another 7-year-old a big house, will they really understand my goal? No, because to them a big house can be anything. Even the houses they make when they are playing, those are big houses, you know. So you have to describe it. If it's 3 bedroom, it's 3 bedroom. Is it a mansionette? Is it on a flat? Is it on its own ground? You know, does it have how many doors does it have? Does it have a balcony? It doesn't have. Is it near to the highway? Is it in the upcountry? Is it near a town? Is it near a mall? You have to include all those details in your goals. If it's a car, what type of a car? Is it a Toyota? If it's a Toyota, which brand in Toyota? Is it a 7-seater, a 5-seater? Is it a diesel? Is it petrol? Is it 1500cc? Is it 2000cc? Is it black in color? Is it red in color? Is it blue, green, gray, white? You get it? Yeah, because if you explain that to a child, the child will be able to describe it to another child in a very easy way. So that's how to know if you have a goal which is achievable. So remember, the important thing is to write the goal down. Always write the goals down. Don't tell me, Gladys, I have goals. I want to see them on paper. Yeah? I was taught this by one of my guardians. Back in 2006, I was in campus, and then he just told me, write to me what, he didn't use the word goals. He said, write to me what you want to be, to do, and to have, including helping other people in 10 years' time. And I wrote a list, and I forgot about it. Then in 2016, exactly 10 years after, he emailed me that list and asked me, what have you achieved in this list that you sent me? Huh? I was perplexed because I had achieved most of the things that were there. Yet, after writing to him that paper, I never looked at it again. What does that tell you? There's just power in just writing the goal down. Even if you'll never look at it again, just put it down. You may be in a situation right now that maybe you're jobless, or maybe the income you get is so little and the expenses are so many, so you're wondering, how can I really have a goal down yet I can't even survive? I repeat again, write that goal down. Don't care how you're going to do it, write it down. When I was back in campus, the things I was talking about, I had even written a goal of owning a car. Can you imagine? Yeah, I'm writing owning a car when I'm in campus in 10 years' time. And you know what? Yes, I didn't get it before. I'd written, I had spaced them like in 5 years in this. But in that, before the 10 years, I'd got that car. What does that tell you? Anything you write down, it doesn't matter where you are, because never let your tomorrow be judged by your today. That's one thing I've learned. Never let your tomorrow be judged by your today. And then a goal has to be something that's also high or a bit difficult to attain. Because if I can be able to buy this chair I'm sitting on, why should I write it as a goal? I mean, that's something I can just step out and buy it. So it has to be something that you've not planned for, like in your budget for that month, but you desire and you wish to have it. Okay. Another thing about a goal is it has to be something that inspires the soul. Don't see somebody writing in their status that they're hiking Mount Kenya and then you just go putting it in your notebook to hike Mount Kenya. If even walking to maybe to the gate from your estate does not inspire you, how will hiking Mount Kenya inspire you? So be realistic in your goals. Let it be something that inspires you, something that even when you don't feel like getting out of those blankets in the morning, you just throw them out because you want to reach for that goal. Let it be something that ignites something in you, you know? Yeah, think about those things. Me have so many. I have like a list of 100 because I keep adding to them. I've subdivided mine to 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, like that, 7, 10. Then after 10 years, I'll still write more because I keep on adding. So let it be something that inspires you and don't compete with anyone. Our goals are totally different. Somebody's goal may be to become the next Bill Gates, but that's not my goal. My goal is to bring my son to be God-fearing, to be whatever I'm doing right now, to transform lives, you know, to live a comfortable life. So the definition of that is totally different for each individual. And I think I talked about having a deadline. Because without a deadline, you'll just be wasting your time. So have a deadline on your goals. Say for example, by December 2020, I want to have mastered playing the piano. There are two ways of writing this. You can write as if you have already achieved that goal. For example, you can write, it's December 2020 and I'm playing piano very comfortably and I have my brand new Toyota RAV4 outside my house. You know, so you can write like that so as it shows you that it has already happened. The other way is to write that by 2020, I will have saved enough money to start my business. And that money defined, by 2020, I will have saved 400,000 shillings to start my business of selling mitumba clothes or of selling brand new clothes. You get my point? It has to be clear, it has to be specific, and it has to have a deadline. Oh, trust you me, when you have goals, you'll just be hearing people saying, oh, economy ni mbaya, and then you wonder what they're talking about because you are striving towards your goals, and you know, economy, let it be mbaya or not, you'll have to achieve your goal. Never change your goal. You can change your tactic or your strategy, but never change your goal. Are we together? Yeah, because some people are saying 2020 this and this. If let's say for example, your goal was owning a Toyota Hilux in 2020, but because of this 2020, there is not enough funds, your business is going down, you won't change your goal of owning a Hilux, you'll just change the time limit. Never change the goal. Change the strategy, increase the time, but don't change a worthwhile goal. For short-term goals, they work best with a checklist. Like what I do every day, whether I'm at home or at work, once I sit down at work, I first write down what I want to do for that day. You know, so I'll call this number of clients, I'll do this number of quotations, I'll create this number of orders. I do all that down, and then anything else that crops up during the day, I add to the list, and then I'll keep on ticking, checklisting, ticking. It feels so nice when you're ticking and knowing at the end of the day you've ticked everything and it's work done. You feel so nice. But when you just go and start your work, you have set nothing, you achieve less, because anything that's brought on your way, somebody tells you, do for me this, you start doing, do for me this, you start doing. But when you have your own list, yes, you can assist other people, but you'll first deal with your list. Okay, so even when you're at home, like on a Saturday or a Sunday, have a checklist. Decide, even if it's resting, how are you planning to rest? You can just be in bed the whole day. So you can say, I will wake up at, let's say 6 a.m. Then I'll exercise for 30 minutes. Then I will shower. Then I will, maybe you can help in the house, like whatever. Maybe there's something that needs to be painted. You can say, I'll paint these and these, or I'll arrange the shelves, arrange my closet. There's so many things that you can do once you list them. Or you can even plan a phone call. I'll call so and so. You know, people have been postponing to call them. Those are the short-term goals. So I encourage you to always have a checklist, an everyday list, a monthly list, and a weekly list. It's always good to write your weekly goals on Sunday and then your daily list in the morning before you start your work. Okay, another thing as I conclude is make it always a habit to have a pen and paper. I always have a book, a small book in my bag and a pen, because some ideas strike you out of the blues. So you need to note those ideas down so as you won't forget them, and then they'll become maybe your goals. Some people have lousy goals. You ask somebody, what's your goal? To pay the bills. Can you imagine waking up every morning to think of paying the bills? Those are lousy goals. So think of some goals that you can start having. I've realized I can talk so much. I had decided I'll only do for 10 minutes, but I realized I've gone to around 21 minutes. But I hope you've enjoyed. Let me hear your comment on goals, and I trust that you start the goal setting journey as early as today. If you like this video, remember to press the like button, to subscribe and share with your friends or anyone you know that will need to be taught about goals. Otherwise, thank you very much for taking your time, and for those encouraging remarks and people asking me when is the next video, when is the next episode. You're just so amazing. I'm really grateful, and actually this is one of my major goals, transforming lives. I wrote it sometimes back. I didn't know I'll start it this soon, but I'm so much excited about this journey. So I have a lot, as I had said. The next one we will talk about the morning routine. Thank you so much and be blessed. Bye bye.